Hello and welcome to this episode, everyone. In this episode, I want to answer this question for you. Why do we need networking models? So that's why I have created two scenarios for you. In one of the scenarios, we have an Apple computer and we have the normal PCs from any other brand. So can these two different computers with different operating systems communicate with each other? In today's world, definitely they can communicate with each other. Why? Because the very fact is that they are following the same protocols. Apple is following the same protocol as any other PC maker out there in the world. So these computers, they both understand TCP/IP, they both understand the standards of Ethernet, and they also both use the same RJ45 plugs to connect to each other. So, and many other layers are above these that both the Apple computer and any other PC share between them, and that is the reason why these two different type of computers with different operating systems can communicate to each other in today's world. Maybe we can change a little bit and we come to this scenario. In this scenario, we have HP laptop and a Dell laptop. These are two different brands of laptop made by different companies, but obviously they can also communicate with each other through the same protocols, the same standards, and the same type of flags are used for these computers as well. Networking models make this possible for two different brands to be able to communicate with each other because they both follow the same model and they both understand the same protocols, they both understand the same standards, and they both uses the same type of flags, and essentially many things are very common, and basically the networking language that HP uses is the same networking language that Dell uses, and that's why they can communicate with each other. Now let's go to another scenario in here where I have an IBM computer and I have a Lenovo computer. But imagine that we are not living in 2023, but rather this is 1980. In 1980, IBM was a totally different company from Lenovo, and they would have their own protocols, their own ports, their own type of cabling and cables and ports and plugs, and Lenovo would have their own proprietary protocols, ports and cables, and there was no way for these two different brands and two different companies to be able to communicate with each other. So if you wanted to create a network, you wanted to go with IBM, you had to purchase everything from IBM. Your routers, your switches, your ports, your cables, and from A to Z, comprehensively, you were dependent on IBM. And if you wanted to go to Lenovo, you would have been dependent on Lenovo. And when networking models came out, the main reason that they came out to remove this type of dependency on proprietary solutions and create a common platform for all of these companies to be able to create equipment that are interoperable, that they can talk to each other without any problem, and the base framework for every company, for everyone who wants to make computer equipment, who wants to make computer software and networking software, the rules and regulations and the very standards are there to follow, and once you follow those standards, your equipment will be able to communicate with any other company's equipment, and basically that's the main reason computer networking models was created. That's it for this episode, everyone. I hope you have found this information useful, and I look forward to see you in the next episode.